Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to my office. This is where all the magic happens, where I show all the product review videos. But the reason that we're in here today is because I'm going to show you guys how to plan your own road trip, group ride, you name it, using Google Maps, using the method that I use. So, let's get into it. Alright, so first things first is I suggest going to a desktop PC. Now, you are able to do this on a mobile phone, but it is a lot more difficult, and for this tutorial I'm going to show you how to do it on a desktop. So, go ahead and open up I recommend using Google Chrome. Open up a incognito tab just because I have my profile signed in and we're going to be using maps, and of course it has my home address and everything on that, and I don't want you guys knowing where I live. So you can just type in google.com/maps, or just type in maps and it'll work. And that will bring up a map. Of course, it'll probably be close to your location. And then I also recommend opening up another tab and go type in Google Sheets. This is completely free to use. As long as you have a Gmail or Google account, you're able to use this. So go to Google Sheets. Of course, it's going to have me log in here. Alright, and you can see here kind of some previous ones that I've done. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and make a copy of this one. This is the Father's Day ride that I did. I'm going to name this one Ride Tutorial. Alright, so if you've ever worked in Excel before, Google Sheets is very, 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 very similar. So I'm going to go ahead and just clear all this out. And we'll go ahead and just recreate what we did for the Father's Day ride, just as an example. So go ahead and make a few columns here. I have time, event, location, the Google Maps route, notes, as well as distance. So here's an example of some of the bigger ones I've done. This one has arrival, departure, and time allotted at the stop. This is very, very, very detailed. The only reason that this is so detailed is because we are going to be on a timed schedule, so we need to be at certain places by a certain time. So if that's something that you need to do, you can go ahead and do this. If not, something simple like this is going to work. Alright, so go ahead and start with your time. So for a group ride, I have a meetup time as well as a kickstands up time. So for this particular route, we'll just go ahead and say 9 a.m. is going to be our time, and the event is going to be meet. Location. So this is going to be your starting location. For us, this was Kent Power Sports. So you can just go back to your Google Maps tab, type in Kent Power Sports. Boom, it's going to take you right there. The address is located right here. Google is nice and simple. You can just copy to clipboard and go ahead and paste. Okay, for the Google Maps route, we're not going to put anything in this one. Notes, you can put in whatever, like for example, get gas when you get there. Distance, since this is a starting point, that's not going to be available, so just type in NA. Alright, so after you meet up, of course, you're going to have a time for kickstands up. For us, that was 10 a.m. KSU is an abbreviation for kickstands up. And then location, for the kickstands up, I put towards, and then for us it was Rudy's in Austin. Okay, we're not going to fill in the Google Maps route just yet, and we're not going to fill in distance just yet. So for the Rudy's in Austin, I just typed in Rudy's Barbecue, Austin, and the one that we went to was this one right here. So once again, you can copy your address, boom, paste that into right there. Now we can use this to get directions as far as route and everything from the first spot to the second spot. So go ahead and click directions, and for your starting point you can go back and copy your address from your start, paste that in there, and boom goes the dynamite. So this is just giving us the quickest, most direct route, and for this particular leg, that's okay. Usually you're not going to want that. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to do that here in a second. But for this, all we need right here is basically the miles as well as this shared option here. You can also send it to your mobile phone, but we'll get to that in a second. So route 73.8 miles. You don't have to get that exact with it. Just round it up to 74. The reason I do this is because for group rides, you need to know if you have Sportsters or anything with you, or smaller tanked bikes, you need to know how far in between stops. That way, if they know they need to get gas, or if they're going to be able to make it or not. All right, then after that, you can go ahead and click share, and then you can go ahead and copy this link here. And then you can paste that right into your document. It's going to keep it as a hyperlink, which means that once you share this, the person, whoever gets it, will just have to click that, and boom, it's going to bring up exactly what you were showing on your original screen over here. So back to the sheet. That shows us about an hour 17 minutes. So basically you just add that to whatever time you're starting off at, and I like to round up. So I'll show us getting there approximately 11:30. We'll be arriving at 11570 Research Boulevard, Austin, Texas. Notes: gas in front. Also, I like to put in, like, for example, if we're going to be having blockers or anything like that, we can say like block left lane when leaving, something like that. And that way you know what part of the parking lot you're leaving out of, what you need to look for. That way, just minimize the surprises. All right, so we can just keep on going here. I allotted us, I think, an hour and a half to eat. So it was 1 p.m. would be kickstands up. And that was towards Marble Falls is where we ended up going. So this is where it's going to get fun, because if we just go from... actually, let me show you this. This button right here is reversing starting and ending points. This is really good for routes when you have multiple legs, because instead of having to keep copying and pasting in here, you can just do that. That now puts Rudy's as your start point, and we can make Marble Falls our end point. So, as you can see, this is taking us up 183, takes us down a toll road. We don't want to do that. We want to go down to this fun road here called Lime Creek, and then up across this way. So for the route itself, it's really easy to just drag it, but I don't like doing that, and I'll tell you why. Is because if I do, for example, if I go to details and I copy it, sometimes, let's see if it's going to do it. So that time it worked. Sometimes, I would say most of the time, it does not do that. So what I like to do to just make sure that that doesn't happen is I will like to add a quote-unquote stop along this this route to make sure that it hits that. Now it's good to let your group know, saying like, hey, if you have this pulled up, this is not an actual stop, this is just a point. So I like to just zoom in on the route and just drop something right here, and then of course you'll have to move that to the middle. That way it's going A, B, C. So it changed our route quite a bit. So let me go ahead and add one more. I'll just make it right there. Move that up so it's now A, B, C, D. Wow, it really does not want us taking that road, does it? Alright, that's alright. This happens. I didn't have to do this the first time, but you can add up to, I want to say, like 8 or 9 of these little stops. There we go. Alright. So now we have A, B, C, D, E, but we got the route that we wanted, so that brings us down along Lake Travis, things like that, and eventually ends up in Marble Falls. Now, of course, with Marble Falls, you don't just want, just some random address. Let's go ahead and make our endpoint this Texaco here at Marble Falls. That way we have an actual address. You can go ahead and copy that address and put it into your next step here. So this will be arriving. If you look at your time, it should take you 1 hour and 26 minutes at 60 miles. So 60 miles, an hour and a half, 2:30 p.m. All right, now back to the maps. Go to your details and copy or share, and then copy link. And then you can paste that into right there. So now we have your route from San Antonio to Austin, and we have your route from Austin to Marble Falls. And if I'll go ahead and just show you, if you click on it, it has all the stops, and it's showing you the route that we actually want. All right, so next step is finding out where you want your next stop to be, of course. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear these out and then make Marble Falls my starting point. And for this ride, we ended up in Buda, Texas as the end point. Now, of course, once again, this is giving us the most direct route, which we do not want. I would like to come down 281 and hit Cypress Mill. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a destination and make that right there a quote-unquote stop. So now you can see it's giving us the route through Cypress Hill, down into Dripping Springs, through Driftwood, into Buda. Very nice road. I'm happy with that. So let me go ahead and correct my endpoint here, since we don't want to go to just Buda. Let's say, let's end it here at the Donut Palace. And go ahead and copy that address. Once again, pasting it here. I skipped a step here, but towards Buda. This will be kickstands up. Let's say 30 minutes at the gas station, 3 p.m. All right, now that I have this route, I can go ahead and click details, share, copy link, and paste it into your sheet. You now have your route from Marble Falls to Buda. If you look here, showing an hour 17 minutes at 61 miles. So go ahead and put 61 miles, round it up to an hour and a half. 4:30 p.m. we will be arriving there at Buda. And for this example, that is going to be the complete ride. Now you can do this a million times. You can just have one route, just one direction. You can have it do a loop. You can have it go up and back. This is completely up to you. I'm just showing this as an example. Now, why we do it in Google Sheets and Google Maps? First off, it's free. Second off, it works very well. And third, it's cross-platform. So no matter if you are using Android or iPhone, you are able to share these across devices. So once you've got your sheet looking how you want it and you've got all your stuff in here, you can go ahead and click share, and you click get shareable link. Once you click that, you can copy it, and from there you can go to your Facebook, email, Twitter, whatever account you use, and you can send it to the people that will be on the ride. Or if you've got their email addresses, you can type it in here and it will send an email directly to them automatically. You don't have to do anything. So also another huge reason why I like using the Google Sheets is, if you see right here, it says all changes saved in Drive. So that means I'm saving it to my Google Drive, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically a cloud platform. So everything that you save, you can access it pretty much anywhere. So I would just go into Google Drive, and it's going to have pretty much everything that I've been working on here over the past few months or whatever. And click here, you'll show your most recent one. You can click into the ride tutorial, boom, you have it. Now let me show you what it looks like on your cell phone. All right, once you have everything done on the computer, you can go ahead and download the Google Drive app on your cell phone. Go ahead and click that open, and you can see right here our ride tutorial is the first thing in there. Go ahead and click that, and as you can see, it's pretty much exactly what we were just working on. Now here's the cool part. Now that you have this on your phone, say you're out on a ride and you're ready to go on the next route, all you gotta do is tap, tap, and boom. You now have the route that you planned out on the computer. Now, just so you can see here, if I click on this second one, this is our second leg.
you can see that it saved the exact route that we planned out. Now you can also see here it says tap to download offline directions for spotty connections on your route. This is really beneficial, especially if you're going through some rural areas and things like that where you're not going to have service. You can tap it and it says download started and will continue in the background. And once that's done, basically that will just allow you to open that link up without any sort of cell phone service or anything like that.
So guys, there you have it. That is how I plan my group rides, road trips, you name it. That way everyone in the group can be on the same page at all times. It's super beneficial because if you have a larger group, you know that every single person on there has the addresses, has the times that you're gonna be there. That way if anything happens along the way, someone gets separated or anything like that, they have the ability to get to where you're going safely and on time. It's also like an added safety blanket for those people who might not be comfortable riding at the pace that the group is riding at. They know that no matter what, I know where we're going, I have the address, I have the directions, we're good to go. Now, I know we're gonna have the people commenting, whoa, ride's about freedom, you're taking the ride out, I just ride when I want to ride, it's all about no computers and I go. That's awesome. If you can go out and, you know, not ride with anybody else and have the time of your life, more power to you. This video is not for you. I did this video because people have asked how I plan out my rides, how I get everyone on the same page, and I think that I've kind of developed, maybe not, I mean, over the years of doing this, I've kind of developed an efficient system to make the rides go a lot smoother, and it just works. It works on small rides, it works on large rides, it works on long distance rides. It works very well. So if you have any questions about the process or any technical questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer them. But other than that, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.